Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the five-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about the
touchdown 49ers with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 6 there on first.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Kansas City getting the football back here. This is a team ranked 6th overall in the NFL in offense. They were 5th in passing, but just 23rd in rushing. And we talked about Mahomes earlier, but how much do you think they need to run the ball? Under pressure, they got him again.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete to Kelce. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you pumped the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go back to the ground with Williams. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelce. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. 21-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
65.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Well, one of the big questions in the lead up to Super Bowl 54, the health of Tevin Coleman. We saw him go down fairly early in that NFC Championship game against Green Bay, and you thought, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Separated shoulder, popped back into place, and he wants to give it a go.
And you understand that. I mean, the chance to get to the Super Bowl and play. He's been there once before, but that was with Atlanta. That was a 28-3 game, that lead that they gave up against New England. He wants to try and get a ring himself. So if at all possible, he will give it a go. Fortunately for San Francisco, he's part of a 3-man rotation at tailback that includes Matt Breida, who's a backup, and Raheem Mostert, who has just blazed through the playoffs.
You mentioned that game against New England. Of course, Kyle Shanahan was also with Atlanta. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Williams. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He won't go down. And some room to maneuver. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 75 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play... To me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
We got this.
And now here comes Kansas City. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always there's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10 from the gun. It's a run for Williams. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 62 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. He's going to take off with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards. Buying time, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Gets this one to Hill. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So it's halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again at Super Bowl 54. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. And now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
It's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Williams. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Attack, attack. 15. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sack to Fred Warner. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Gold for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he lost the football. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for two, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Watch Hayward. Watch Twitz.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
21. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 13. Watch the ship.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, alert!
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs gain a bit of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Mahomes to throw. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is caught by Williams. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing, and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
11. 53, check 53. I got you. Hey, Alpha.
Garoppolo on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
53, Mike, 53.
21.
Mike, 53. Mike. Here we go.
Go.
Check. 53.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here we go.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because...
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Watkins the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
A 37-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Focus, defense, focus.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.